Hi, I'm Michael Welch, President and Chief Executive Officer of Rocky Mountain High Brands. We have a very special podcast for you today, so let's get started. Matt, if you can roll the video.
Introducing Hemp Infusion Flavored Waters. Wellness in every drop.
And now what we've all been waiting for. So we're very excited about our new hemp infusion drinks. So Christian, my favorite guest, the first guest I had on my on our podcast series. So
my favorite show. It's the only show I've been.
So tell us what's happening.
Oh, it's just a follow up. I mean, we're in the same boat as we were last podcast. Everything has been submitted to Coffee Priest. It's under review as of. It's been brought up to them as of last week, I believe. And it's been in review process, so it takes a little time. So I know a lot of folks ask questions if I'm not here or if we don't have an update.
Right.
At this point, it's not much of an update. It's more of a follow-up. Nothing has been rejected at this point. There's no more observations coming back this way.
You've provided them all the information that they've requested, and so now we're in a wait, holding pattern. So
yeah. It's been an ongoing process for, 9 months now, I think?
Right.
Or stuff like that. So,
but this is the final stage at this point.
Yeah. So the hard work that we've done for the past few 9 months, it's paid off. So we're there now. It's just a matter of the time that Coffee Priest will review the paperwork. And, I mean, it's a stack this big. I mean, per SKU.
I've seen it on your desk.
So it's like a stack this big per SKU that we got 6 SKUs in there. So, they're going through the process. As I stated before, I think it's even in more rigid and more strict and more detailed permit than the FDA, I think, to a certain point. So so that's where we're at right now. We're just waiting, and we're ready in case for anything else. So trust me.
So our clients ask for information on some of our other products. In fact, I think you told me they've asked for information on our hemp-infused flavored waters that we just showed.
Yeah, so there is already CBD in Mexico, and there's CBD medically through Mexico, and there's CBD products, but not liquids. There's not CBD infused water. There's not CBD infused coffee. There's not CBD infused energy drinks. This is what we're bringing into the table, and so since we're at the final process, or we're in the final step of getting the permits, which is documentation, we've been piggy riding with them. Remember, so we've been doing the work as well on our own product. So we're as well there with them. So one of the suggestions was, hey, if you guys want to bring into Mexico hemp infuse, this will be the time. I mean, obviously we don't have a contract with them for that, but just the fact that they're saying, if you want to submit the paperwork now and you have everything, you got the blueprint. So fill the paperwork and do all the stuff that you need to get done, just as you did Rocky High and California tea and lemonade. Go ahead and do it for your drinks as well, and then send it to us, and we'll file the submission for you guys as well. Doesn't mean that they're going to buy anything from us right now, but it means that the relationship is starting to get stronger.
So are they interested in any of our other product lines that don't have CBD in them?
You're talking about hemp infused seed extract or the tinctures?
No. I'm talking about Fitway or Eagle Spirit Water or some of our other brands that don't have CBD in them.
At this point, they're not.
Okay.
They're not. And at this point, I mean, we're being as transparent 100% as possible to what we can give you information. So you know, for me to tell you, oh yeah, they are. No, they're not.
No,
Right now, the CBD is the wave that's going down south.
Right.
And basically, by God, if you put CBD in tires, they're gonna say, I want to know what you got in there. I want tires with CBD. I want my Ferrari with tires with CBD.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so the CBD wave. So as you know,
Right.
we have not. We've been riding that wave
Right.
behind doors, right? So.
Right.
You know what we've been working on.
No,
we
I
have
absolutely.
not just so everybody understands.
And I know the answer to that, but I'm asking
Yeah,
that so
yeah.
if I'm
People understand, yeah.
right. So our investors understand that.
So we've been working on other products
Right.
that Mexico's, you know, it's attractive to Mexico. You know, right now anything with CBD is attractive to
Right.
Latin America in general, not
Right.
just Mexico. We've been contacted from another source in Chile, who we are going to send in some samples of our infused water, not the Mexico product, but our water. And so we've been working behind doors with different stuff, and we mentioned to them, and they said, that is great. We have to establish it in the U.S. We have to, you know, do the sales and have a little bit of a startup, and then they come and grab it. Basically,
Right.
that's how it happened with Rocky Mountain High Brands. They looked at different companies that were doing, and I can mention the companies. I think it was Canna Energy was one of the ones that looked at as a contender before they signed a contract with us to do this drink with them. They looked at several other companies, and they found that Rocky Mountain High Brands and the Rocky Mountain High citrus drink and the mango and the lemonade, the black tea and the coconut lime was the most attractive as far as taste, and our company made more sense for them. So
Well, that's good to know.
yeah, so anything that we're working for America, it's also put on the Mexico table.
Right.
You know, we give them first tips.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna throw it in America, but you know, if you want it. So when we talked about that, they said, get your stuff together. Let's get all your work, all your paperwork, and anything that's coming in. You know, they even will pay for the permit. And you know how much that costs. So
That's
they didn't
right.
ask for it. They didn't say, we need you to know. They say, we'll take care of the permit. Just that way you have that door ready to go if we need to open it. Because, as I said before, we'll be the first ones going in there. And there's going to be a flood of other competitors coming in and saying, as you heard before, Coca-Cola is looking for somebody to do this
Right.
for them. Coca-Cola is a worldwide company too as well. So they're saying, you know, hey, get anything you want to lined up. Put it together. You got the blueprint, fill it out, send it in. We'll submit it, review it. If you get the permit, you have the permit ready.
Right.
So it's a great relationship that we're building with them. So
That's great. That's great. Well, good
So-
job.
oh, thanks a lot. So, and like I said before, Mexico, it's part of Rocky Mountain High Brands, but Rocky Mountain High Brands it's a company itself. That we're strong, we're powerful, we're not giving in, we're out there and we're fighting for all the shareholders, for our company, and here's your results. You know, the products are here. So I hear a lot from folks that come to me and they tell me about stuff going on the web and people talking. Listen, we're a strong company. Don't you forget that. We're not
I
here whole
agree.
by the Mexicans.
I
We're not
agree.
whole by. We're a strong, independent, public traded company.
Yeah, don't believe everything you read.
Don't
on those
believe
sites.
everything you read, please.
So,
So, anyways, but thanks for having me.
all right. Well, thank you for coming on today.
Appreciate you guys.
We have two very important guests today from By DMI, our fulfillment house, who also provides customer service and Amazon account management. We have Matt Sabia and Mike Macalusa from Hudson, Florida, of all places.
Yeah. Thanks
So-
for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's
You
good to be
bet. Thank you for being here. You've had a long travel day.
here. Yeah, we have. You could say that. We flew in on the 6 o'clock flight. Hudson's about an hour from the airport in Tampa, which means in order to time that, we had to leave at about 3:30 in the morning. I'd
Oh,
say.
wow.
And that's
Um,
3:30 Eastern time, of course.
Eastern time, yeah. So 2:30 Central. Yeah,
So you're running on fumes by now.
Definitely.
a little bit. There's nothing that a good cup of coffee can't fix.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can make some sense out of what you're going to say to us.
Yeah, if we start rambling, just
Yeah.
stop
okay,
us.
okay, I'll nudge you. So, so tell me about your experience with Amazon and how you got into this business.
Sure. Well, I think like most people, we started small. I
Yeah.
think we started working out of our garage and started with a few products, primarily toilet paper. Everybody needs toilet paper.
Right.
But that kind of quickly scaled into a laundry list of products and a laundry list of marquee brands, top 500 Fortune companies, primarily commodities that are used in everyday office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, office supplies, janitorial sanitation supplies. Yeah, a bunch of different categories that really do sell well on Amazon.
And at some point, you got involved with beverages, correct?
That's correct. So we started many years ago after kind of our placement and strategically taking products to Amazon, looking at products that kind of were niche or filling a void, if you will. So we looked at up-and-coming brands and on our own goodwill kind of launched these products on the marketplaces and various sales channels to really kind of get an understanding of how the sales channels interact with customers. So that kind of led us into working more directly, which is something that long-term has always been on our radar and what we wanted to primarily accomplish out of a company over the last nearly decade now. And that relationship working directly with a brand and kind of pushing their products out to the consumers, whether it's direct to consumer or, through a distributor. And that has led us to work with some of the, brand leading beverages, functional beverages, water companies, anything that you could say that would be a definite need to survive type of product.
Yeah.
That's great. And in fact, that's how we found you, was through our relationship without breaking any confidences or any
And boring
NDAs.
details, of
Right.
course, yeah.
So that's how we found you, was our relationship with another beverage company. And so
That's correct. Our long-term dream, as I kind of just said, has always been to kind of take a brand and see it grow. I mean, it's something that any entrepreneur really kind of thrives on and wants to be a part of. Backing up a few years with the kind of simultaneous growth spurt with us along with Amazon, our company grew from a couple guys out of their garage to a relatively large company that kind of handled all of those facets that you'd mentioned in the beginning that we're handling for Rocky Mountain High Brands. And our experience over the years with our partnership with Amazon, has led us to, manage well over 100,000 products, given us a lot of those tools and experiences to kind of really take to this new kind of venture that we're sailing on. At one point, I think, there was a few different third-party sources, but we were relatively within the top 10% of all third-party sellers on the Amazon marketplace, which put us somewhere in the 500 to 600, rank. And utilizing that kind of momentum, that kind of force.
that's an impressive achievement.
Yeah, thank you. It took several years to get there. A lot of hard lessons, a lot of fun lessons.
Yeah. Hard lessons are fun too.
Yeah. Long and hard
Yeah.
lessons
Yeah.
that, maybe kept us up at night, but that also gave us that kind of spark and kind of energy to really kind of chase it down, being that there was so much opportunity on the Amazon marketplace.
Yeah, it really gave us an opportunity to kind of figure it out as we went. And, we've built a lot of skills and expertise over the years. And this is something that, as a company, we like to offer to brands and manage them on Amazon using the knowledge that we have. Yeah,
So Amazon is the world's largest marketplace now, right?
correct.
I think it's even one of the largest visited websites.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how does Amazon rate with Google? How would you compare? I know, you can buy off of, Amazon's considered mainly a marketplace and Google is mainly a search engine.
Yeah.
But you can search on Amazon as well as buy merchandise on Amazon. How would you compare the two?
I'd say Google, and Amazon, they're fundamentally different in that, Amazon is a marketplace,
Right.
but people are doing similar things on both platforms. They're searching for something.
Right.
Somebody that goes to Google may be searching for information. They may be searching for a product. They may be searching to purchase a product. On Amazon, they're going to be searching for similar things. But ultimately, the intention for most of those people is to make a purchase.
Right.
And that, in my opinion, is the fundamental difference between the two. Whereas Google can be not only a path to purchase, but also a path to gaining information and knowledge. Amazon's more product centric. The knowledge may be about a product, it may be about a purchase, but usually people are there to learn about products and make a purchase. So.
Yeah, there's a lot more research showing now too that people are. I mean, I even find myself going to Amazon first and searching for products and kind of learning about products and interacting with customer reviews to really see how it's worked with them. And
the first thing I do when I hear about a new product, it's like, oh, let me check it out on Amazon. Let's see what the reviews are.
Right. We do the same thing in my house.
I think they've programmed us into thinking this way, which is primarily a good reason. We have to keep that in mind and take that to a big consideration with putting new products and brands.
Yeah, the reviews are a huge factor in trust. The more reviews and the higher rated they are, the more likely you're going to get a purchase out of that searcher.
So one of the strategies that we have in our company, particularly with our hemp brand, is we rely a lot on e-commerce and direct to consumer. And we just left a meeting from Tandem Theory, which is our marketing firm, and you all are intimately aware of what we're doing in terms of our marketing strategy and our advertising strategy. So there's a universe of advertising that we work on that benefits our hemp website, but it also benefits our Amazon sales, correct?
Yeah, I would agree with that because Amazon is a great place to introduce a brand to an audience that is looking to purchase. But I think that the two play hand in hand with Google as well, because you're introducing your brand on Google outside of the ecosystem of Amazon. And so maybe somebody that comes across your brand on the web is also going to check it out on Amazon and vice versa.
Right.
They kind of play off of each other. So being present on both platforms is important, just to build the knowledge of your brand across the entire internet. Yeah.
So as a brand management company, we have several brands. We have Hemp, we have Eagle Spirit Spring Water, we have Fitway. We're working on the redesign and relaunch of our Rocky Mountain High Legacy drinks for the first quarter of next year. We have a private label brand that Christian just gave us an update on for our client in Mexico. And we'll add other brands as opportunities arise or as we develop those organically. One of the things that we've talked about with you all and internally is we've made a strategic decision to set up each brand as a separate legal entity with a separate Amazon page. So that we have the flexibility as a corporation to, in the future, to either spin off brands individually to individual acquirers if somebody wants to come in and acquire a specific brand, or somebody wants to come in and acquire the entire company. It gives us a lot of flexibility in the future. So we've talked about that.
Is that entire turnkey solution for somebody,
right?
If they're looking for a very easy transition into taking on that brand. And by the way, you have your hands kind of full there. I think you dabble worse than we do in terms of brands, but I guess that's why we all work together so well.
Yeah,
right.
And that collaboration of all those brands, but
right.
Yeah, bringing it back and keeping all those brands unique to each one of those seller accounts. It's a positive for the user experience itself, and for any opportunities that may lie for you guys in the future.
So let's talk about Eagle Spirit Spring Water and the minority business enterprise classification that we've applied for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us the advantages on Amazon of having that.
So Amazon has a unique platform that's kind of geared towards businesses. Now it's really no different than Amazon's typical business, or typical retail platform, it just gives the user an experience that's more geared towards the solution for having businesses purchase products. Now, part of those credentials that would be attached to that seller account is having that minority-owned credential linked to it. So if business customers are logged in under their unique accounts, they have a whole kind of different experience with the Amazon Marketplace. Not much more different than filtering by Prime or any of those other attributes, but they can filter by minority status. So if they want to only exclusively shop or buy products from brands or sellers that are owned with those credentials, they can. It kind of gives the user an enhanced experience within that marketplace, as well as those businesses that have those credentials. It gives them an outlet to essentially meet that targeted audience.
So it opens up new opportunities for Eagle Spirit that wouldn't otherwise be available to them if they didn't have that classification.
Absolutely. Yeah. And in incremental, you can actually target large-scale corporations and municipality or, healthcare industry or just large, corporate office buildings.
Right.
And they have unique features that they can buy within that platform that gives them the ability to buy larger quantities at possible savings. So you kind of can tap into a multitude of new customers as well as people that may be unaware of finding these kind of minority businesses. It's a win-win.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So, Mike, your background is marketing, advertising. You're a creative type, right?
I am. Yeah, I'm kind of a weird hybrid. I'm analytical in the sense that I can manage data-driven ad campaigns, and I'm also creative in that I can do marketing and branding and design as well. So for the company, that's kind of what I spearhead. I can basically manage marketing campaigns, advertising campaigns, come up with strategies, and implement them successfully. And I can also look at the other side of the equation when it comes to marketing and be like, okay, what can we do with the design of this product? What can we do with the design of this brand? How do we present it in a way that's compelling, that's going to create more of a emotional response to that product within the e-commerce platform?
So right now you're working with Michelle Krebsbach, our Director of Marketing, on a freshening of the Fitway brand.
That's correct.
Correct?
Yes.
So I know Michelle's told me that she's very pleased with the progress that you're making with her.
Yeah, so we take a kind of a research-based approach.
Right.
We need to figure out exactly what types of consumers we want to target with the brand and the rebrand and the refresh, and then based on that, we do some research into how we can reach those consumers most effectively, and that translates into the way that the packaging looks, the way the logo looks, the way we position the brand with lifestyle imagery and supporting information about the brand. So all of this kind of comes together into a package that we can deliver anywhere, that it creates an identity for the brand that our target audience can, relate to and want to purchase from. So, yeah, we're in the initial stages of that research process, but it is going well. Michelle and I think we hit it off pretty well, and we're both like-minded in a lot of ways. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to moving forward on that with her, and I think we're going to have a knockout result from that for sure.
Yeah, Mike's under-tooting his own horn here, but he oversees a completely diverse set of departments, that range from content to design to marketing.
Yeah.
And of course, himself being a jack of all those trades, I think really offers good leadership in that position. So.
Oh, thank you. I do my best.
Well, no, as I said, Michelle has been very complimentary of the work that you've done so far. And of course, you all kicked me out of the room when you were looking at the progress you've made. So I have not seen anything yet. She likes to wait until the very last minute to show me something. So
and I like that approach. I really do.
I actually do too, because I'd rather see something in the final stages than to look at it along the way. So because I can pick stuff apart along the way, whereas if I wait until the final stages, it's more satisfying to see it at that point.
Exactly.
That's right.
So that's great.
Yeah.
So my one request is that the the iconic drop that we have on the
Yes.
hemp brand.
Yes.
I'd like to have something iconic like that
Absolutely.
for Fitway, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So you come up with something. So
we're putting our heads together. Yeah, we got a
so,
few ideas so
yeah.
far, and yeah, I think you know, whatever we come up with, it's gonna be good. So yeah, but I think that you know, iconic symbol is something that, you know, we can combine with the word mark, and it overall will complement the brand and help people associate that symbol with the brand and whatever we want to represent with it. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
much
no
like
pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, right?
No margin.
Am I
for
sweating
failure.
here? I don't know.
Well, I had no idea at this point in my career I'd be so entrenched in brand management, which is what my son does for a living. He's in an advertising firm in New York, and so I had no idea that I would be somewhat paralleling, although I'm not doing the creative part of this at all. But
Yeah, you got some good input on it, though.
that's
It's
right.
It's a group process. I mean,
It is.
it requires a lot of input from a lot of people.
It does.
And you know, the multiple points of view help to create a better end result, in my
Right.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys all possess, which is one reason we mostly enjoy working with you, is you're relatively all on the same page. You're
Yeah.
driving in the same direction.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of brands out there, or even companies in today's day, that are kind of working that unison drivetrain. So we enjoy that because that's how we want to operate, and we don't want to work with anybody that doesn't want to operate how we do. So it's a great partnership. And again, for a brand to survive today, you gotta kind of be in brand management.
I am very proud of our team. We have been through hell and high water, and I would
I think
love.
we can relate.
Yeah, we've been there.
We have literally been through hell and high water, and we've come out on the other side a much stronger team, and we work together very well. And I think 2019 is going to be our year. We've got so many different things teed up that are really going to come across the finish line next year. I'm so excited about next year for this company and what we have planned for it. And I just think that we're right on the verge of a lot of great things happening. So
Yeah, we're excited too, and we're excited to be a part of it and help you guys along.
well,
Yeah.
we're really very pleased that you all are a part of it. So
Well, thanks.
Yeah. So is there anything else that we've left out of our conversation today that you'd like to hit on?
Let's sell more product.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
we want to do with your help.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and your expertise. So
And I
Yeah.
think we'll be able to achieve it. I think you guys are on the right path as a brand, and we're in the right places. And the consumers, you know, they want to shop where they want to shop, and offering kind of that multitude of availability and where to get it is a great way to touch with the audience that, you know, exists, or we may not even know that is part of our audience. You know, we're learning some of who is the audience, you know, and
Casting a wide net, basically. You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about direct consumer and e-commerce is you can cast a wide net.
Yes.
And you can virtually get sales anywhere.
and you
Yeah.
and you can control it. It doesn't
Right.
you know, run amok or run array. And
Right.
Yeah, you're not dependent on, you know, a distributor or wholesaler.
Right.
You know, you're going direct to your consumer. The risk assessment is spread across thousands of individuals across the country. It's a good business model.
The other thing I like about it is you can collect a lot of data on your
It's where
consumer.
I was going to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whereas through the traditional means of distribution, you collect next to no data
Yeah.
on your consumers.
Absolutely.
And you can connect so much better with your
Right.
consumers.
Right.
And I think you guys are doing a good job. And I think this environment proves that you're really trying to stay in touch and
Yeah.
connect with them. So
Yeah.
We're trying. So, well, thank you for being with us today. We really appreciate you
Yeah,
traveling
thanks for
here to
having us.
Dallas on
Yeah.
this quick turnaround day.
Yeah.
So,
Thanks for having us. We're happy to be here.
it's been a great day.
Yeah.
Dallas is a great place, and I'm glad we got to see so much of it today.
Yeah,
in
we've been
such a
around.
short
We've
period.
been around town.
next time you come back, I'll take you downtown.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hear there's a beach really close by. So,
Only 5 hours
Yeah.
away.
okay, so
Nice.
All right. Thank you very much.
thanks again.
Appreciate it.